This month, we're gonna dive into some big claims made about the Texas economy by one of the richest in the world. We're gonna talk about some major market shifts in Houston and what you should be doing depending if you're a homeowner, home buyer, or potential investor in our market. Let's get into it. Imagine if there was a huge possibility that Houston becomes the next big hotspot for something revolutionary. Picture this, Texas, our own backyard, transforming into the epicenter of clean energy revolution. Now this month was essentially the Super Bowl for energy, CERAWeek, hosted by S&P. Bill Gates actually shares some big thoughts, calling Texas the future Silicon Valley of energy. This is actually pretty exciting because it makes me remember about the big tech and startup boom in Austin and what that really did for the Austin housing market. Now, it might just be Houston's turn, but with clean energy leading the way. Bill Gates highlighted a few innovating companies that aren't just dreaming about a cleaner future, but are leading the way. And he's actually made a $130 million bet on our state, so Bill ain't playing. Texas is already home to 500,000 oil and gas workers, and the transition into clean energy is not going to be that difficult. This is about creating jobs, community, economy, and really making Houston a magnet for the kind of growth that a lot of other cities experienced. Things like how the Bay and Silicon Valley experienced a huge real estate boom, how Austin experienced this giant boom in these past couple of years. Houston just might be in that realm as well. And while it's exciting to think about the potential, it's crucial to kind of stay grounded in the reality of what something like this can do for our city. For homeowners, it's time to assess how those shifts can possibly change their property values or their tax increases, obviously, because property values go up, right? For investors, diving into the market trends and watching specific neighborhoods that will likely see rents increase, values increase, places like Energy Corridor, and maybe one of these larger companies moves into one of our suburbs. Let's say they end up picking Katy or Cypress. Things will start to boom because a lot more jobs means a lot more people coming into the area. And buyers, be strategic and move quickly. The market is just getting more competitive as things go. You'll need to be on your A game. I mean, along with just the regular people buying, you're gonna have a ton more people with much higher paying jobs coming into our city, and you don't wanna be the person to be like, oh my God, they ruined the prices, they raised the prices and now I gotta rent. You could do that right now, but you're waiting, right? Just be as quick as possible if you can afford to buy. But who knows, only time will tell. But if Bill Gates is rooting for us and pouring a lot of money into our state and city, we're probably in a pretty good spot. Into some Houston news. As the Houston weather starts to heat up, so is our market. Now, here in February, you could see our city saw an uptick in home sales and inventory, making it look like this spring's home buying season is actually gonna be one for the books. According to HAR, we're talking a 7.6% jump in single family home sales compared to this month last year. That's huge. Like a massive jump. And it's not just any home flying off the market. The luxury segment is flying like crazy, with sales in the 1 million plus range being up 48% year over year. That's a massive increase for real. What is driving the buzz? With interest rates being a hot topic, it seems like potential buyers are shaking off those concerns and actually diving into the market this time. And for sellers, this could be a golden ticket. Now, prices are gently climbing up and the average home price is up 4.1%. So that's a pretty nice uptick for our sellers out there. The HAR chair, Thomas Mouton, puts it perfectly and says the increase in home sales, slight appreciation in home prices, and expanding inventory creates opportunities for both buyers and sellers in the marketplace. And honestly, I really couldn't agree more. And you can see February really wasn't just a fluke. We've seen back-to-back months of growth. You could see in the last market update video, and total property sales are up 7% and a total dollar volume soaring up to 2.9 billion, which is not chump change. So what's the key takeaway? The Houston market's heating up. I've got 3 different pieces of advice for the 3 different types of people that I'm talking to. Number 1, the future home buyers. Okay, listen up. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, involves just a little bit of homework and a dash of agility and a lot of guts. This isn't really just about finding a house, it's about finding your spot in Houston's next chapter. What do I mean by that? I mean, speed is your friend. Houston is a market where a lot of things are changing And with Houston getting all this buzz, with a ton of new construction coming up into the area, if you are sitting on the fence, you're gonna have a tough time because a lot of people aren't able to afford houses now, and just wait when that starts to get up even more, when there's a lot more people coming into here again and the market waits for no one. And with Houston getting all the buzz, you just gotta be ready to jump. Team up with an agent who's got their ear to the ground and someone who can actually sprint to the finish line with you and move quickly. Okay, for my homeowners that are eyeing a sale, this could actually be a spotlight moment. It's really gonna depend what type of house you're in, what type of market you're in, because there are gonna be some areas that are much hotter. Now could be a good time to at least just look at how much equity you've gained and take those plans off of pause when you'd originally put it when things were a little bit crazy. And investors, Houston could be on the brink of something big. We've helped a lot of people invest in certain markets. We've helped a lot of people buy new construction homes or in certain markets and still be able to get positive cash flow. They're still able to get a ton of appreciation. And you could see that we are pretty much a market that doesn't really hurt too much. You look at places like Austin and you see how much those prices dipped down over this past year, but Houston didn't really do too much, and now we're actually climbing up. So could be a good opportunity. Stay sharp on the trends, take a look at all the new news that's coming up, because you want to be as quick as possible investing and diving into the right area. And for all of you, if you're planning on making a move or buying another property, you've got to know what community you're going to buy in. And I've actually got one of the hottest ones right here, and they've got some insane deals. So be sure to check it out. I'll see you in the next video.